Shalom, Shalom, Kum Yeshua, Koloimua, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kahadash. The honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone who grew well by the Spirit, taught us the beautiful truth. Just want to say to water to all the H.I.M and Aqua beside here, sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Yahushai, to the best of their ability. Jacques Hanan, the Water, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And just wanted to touch on this particular story right here, because when we see stuff like this, we filter it through the scriptures and how, these heathens, how they just have that ability to tell fibs. They used to call them fibs or lies, and able to get away with it. And what reminded me with this young lady right here was like how so many Edomite women or so-called white women that lied on so-called black men during the days of slavery, that they was going to get that wood, they wanted that rod, and they got caught up, and they would tell that thing, they tell, hey, Jake raped me, he done this, he done that, so the dishonesty of this particular race of people and their women, it goes along with the so-called, with their males, with the so-called white men, which their biblical name is Edomites. That's the biblical name, Esau, Edom, because they say they're white. That's why we say so-called white, but they're actually pinkish to reddish in color. No one looks like a glass of milk. They're not white. They don't look like clouds on the sky on a sunny day. They don't look like, no one's actually like the color of this guy's t-shirt or his, not t-shirt, but his dress shirt. He's not the same color as his dress shirt. They're kind of both a blend of the sweatshirt that she has on that says Reese's, right? Okay, but let's just get a little bit of this. It says woman charged with faking her own abduction to hide that she dropped out of college. This how far they'll go. Why couldn't she just say, you know what? I ain't feeling it, mom and dad. I flunked out or I don't want to go. I'm just going to drop out. Why would you go so far as to saying that you were abducted to, to do this, But this is the spirit of this particular people. And our people, they kind of imitate some of this stuff too, though. Don't get me wrong. Being in the Americas, with so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they have picked up on some of the, well, I can't even say some of them. Jake done picked up on all the traits of the so-called white man, and they do this stuff themselves. They're not honest. There's no integrity. There's no sake of saying, hey, I wronged you. No one wants to admit, I wronged you. I done you wrong. That was my fault. Salakia. No, 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 no. Woman charged with faking her own abduction to hide that she dropped out of college. Come on, man. Come on, man. Matter of fact, let me get a quick scripture and I'm going to come back to this. Come on, man. So this lets you know, during slavery, you already know, man, how they was getting down. They wanted Jake. If they got caught up with Jake, they was getting that rod down. They was getting their back speed out by Jake. But if they got caught, he raped me, he raped me, he done this, he done that, he done. See, they're no different than the so-called white man. In fact, let me get this real quick. Yep, Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. They're estranged from the womb, man. You can pull up videos right now. Matter of fact, you know what? I haven't done it in a while. Let's check this out real quick. Let's see something real quick. And I'm sure it's some Jake babies too, though. Well, let's see. Let's just see. Here you go. This right here, sneaky baby. It says, sneaky babies doing wrong things caught. Yeah, a little Edomite. You probably see a little Jake here or there. Here you go. The funniest the funniest guilty kids. See? Normally, when you look at it, when you go into these YouTube videos, you know what you're gonna see is that these kids, they're gonna be just lying, man. Little kids lying. See? Let's see this one. Let's check this one out.
You didn't do that? Who did it?
Her sister. My sister.
Aaliyah? Aaliyah did that on your hand? When?
Right now.
Right now?
Uh-huh.
Nani, are you lying?
I'm not lying.
Do you want to go on timeout?
No.
Nani, we don't lie. Lying is not okay. I know that she did that and you did a very good smiley face. But you're not supposed to draw on yourself. Get paper.
What did I do?
Anyway, it's nothing for kids to do stuff like that, man. It's nothing for kids to lie like that. But most of these videos, when you see a lot of these videos, it's mainly the it's just so-called white babies, man, or so-called white people and their children, man. I don't want to just blow through it. It's funny,
So I hear the kids in the pantry, and I'm thinking, what could they be up to? And I open the door.
Mhm. Here we go. Here's another one. Let's get this short.
Because he bit me.
Did you?
No. Yeah, you did. Stop lying. Nana! Where's Nana?
Did you bite him?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
That looks like he's lying to
No.
me.
He's smiling. Oh, boy.
Louis.
I did. Because he bit.
Look at that look. Hey, but hey, he finally told the truth, but hey, had to wring it out of his ass. You see? So hey, let's go back. I don't want to go all up into it like that. Here you go though. Woman charged with faking her own abduction to hide that she dropped out of college. Like what? Who the fuck? There's a grown ass person though. She's 23, like she's grown. Well, let's get some of it.
It was an intense day across Westmoreland County after the reported disappearance of Chloe Stein.
See? Why was it a stressed out day? Because it was a so-called white woman that had appeared to be abducted. This is an emergency. These fuckers would drop everything and go to war for something like this right here, man. A little blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white Jesus daughter. Come on, man.
23-year-old police were told was about to graduate on Saturday from Penn
That's terrible, man. She's about to
near
graduate.
Allegheny.
There was a scare that went on through the entire community.
But after more than 20 hours of searching for Chloe Stein and questioning as many people as they could, police concluded Stein's disappearance was all a lie. That lie included the report she was a college senior, a detail that can be seen on her Instagram bio reading PSU.
It's a lucky. Got a little load up.
23.
One of the things that came to light while we were searching for you was this college thing. This college, your family thinks you're graduating on Saturday. That's not happening. You know you're not graduating on Saturday.
I reached out to Penn State Greater Allegheny this morning. They tell me Stein hasn't been enrolled at any Penn State campus since the fall 2018 semester. That is one of the big reasons police changed their approach to this investigation.
Now all of a sudden, as an investigator, we're thinking, well, wait a second, there's alternatives. There's reasons for her to quote unquote disappear. To escape life.
Police say the lies didn't stop there. After being taken into custody, police say Stein even gave herself some minor injuries and told them she had been pulled over, held at gunpoint, and blindfolded.
Wow.
Stein's attorney released a statement saying his client and her family are grateful for the support and kindness for all concerning recent events, and to that end, they respectfully request privacy at this time. Despite saying her claims about being abducted were a lie, state police say they wouldn't have handled anything differently for a missing person investigation.
Anger is not necessarily how we feel. We feel relief, and we feel disappointment that somebody would choose those decisions that she made.
Wow. Now, let's get this too, because you see how easy the police officers are. He doesn't want to, he's just kind of easing it, like that's insane, man. It should be total disgust and it should be a total outrage for tens of thousands of dollars. They flew a helicopter and everything, trying to find her. And I'm sure you probably can hear the helicopter over me, but they flew helicopters for hours and hours. It was tens of thousands of dollars of overtime from the police officers, and people were just worried. And let me keep it quiet. She's not even in college. I don't even think, from the way they was talking, she never even enrolled. So what was going on with the tuition money or the money that her parents were sending her? Man, she was probably somewhere getting high as hell, man. Anyway, made me almost forget about the scripture that I wanted to get, man. Man, look, come on, man. Esau, y'all gotta cut it out, man. Well, you ain't gonna cut it out, cause it just is what it is, man. That's not what I wanted. Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. See? So she actually made her own tongue to fall upon herself. Now let's get this one too in Psalm 73. Because I don't think she was expecting it to happen. But check this out. Let's start at verse 3. Psalm 73 and verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Can you imagine a so-called black chick doing something like this? Can you imagine that? Can you replace a so-called black woman with that? I mean, yeah, come on, man. It says they are not in trouble. No, for there are no bands. Verse 4. There are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. She's gonna get, she's probably a little embarrassed, whatever. But she's gonna just go on about her life like, I ain't sure, fuck that, ain't nothing happened. I ain't do what did I do wrong? And then she'll blame it on somebody. Oh, you pay my parents, they, whatever. Judge will give her a slap on the wrist, but how long? Let me go back to this. My, how they get away with stuff, man. Let me see here again. Because I think he said 2018. Hold on, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see here.
Stein hasn't been enrolled at any Penn State campus since the fall 2018 semester. That is.
Unless I'm tripping. 2018? It's 2023 going into 2024. So she basically been there. She done fronted on her parents like she's been there for the past 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 23, 20, and you trying to tell me these people won't mandingo you? And what's that, that scene from, you know what, I might not even be able to find it. Let me see it. Salakia, man. Hey, I'm just going to flow with the flow on this one. Let's see. They don't be showing these movies no more. You might not be, Mandingo. Uh, I'm just going to put in Mandingo barn scene. I'm sure they probably not going to show it anyway, but we'll just see. But they got this one scene in where the daughter she basically she's in there and hey they trying she got Jake all caught up, man. Let me see. I know they probably not gonna show that shit. Anyway, we'll see though. Oh yeah, yeah, this man Eagle shit was out cold, man. Hey, that's a movie to watch if you ain't seen Mandingo. Let me see White Supremacy. Hey, they try to get this nigga to jump into that pot though. I was trying to find that barn scene. They got a scene where the little Edomite woman, the Sheetamite, she was she was running out there trying to get some rod, and the guy was just basically like, man, hey, look, if I don't give it to her, she gonna scream. If I do give it to her, and she, hey, and I get caught up, she's gonna scream. Hey, this Mandingo, hey, I'm telling you, man, hey, it's a bad movie. If you just coming into this truth, you gotta have some strong loins or some strong mindset to watch this shit. But yeah, that was an ill scene, man, where the so-called white woman, and she got Jake caught up, man. There might have been another one though. I'm probably thinking of I think it was it's so many of these movies, Salaki. But hey, I'm telling you, man, don't get caught up with Esau, Edom, Shedemites, the so-called white woman. Hey, but she'll do that thing. But now these days, it's something different. It's a little different these days because they able to really get out here and get abroad and really deal with Jake, like on a real level. Back in the days, back when it was like illegal to even, so-called black man even look at a so-called white woman. You see what they done to Emmett Till. You know what I'm saying? You see what they done to him. But back in the days, this thing right here was going down. But let me go back. As you can see, like, how could you lie this? How could you pull up a lie this long?
It was an intense day across Westmoreland County after the reported disappearance of Chloe Stein, a 23-year-old police were told was about to graduate on Saturday from Penn State Greater Allegheny.
There was a scare that went on through the entire community.
But after more than
Seen it already, man. Hey, look, Jake, be careful. Be careful, because she could have easily said. Matter of fact, that's what I wanted to pull up. Salaki. Let's go to the scriptures where I'm not sure exactly where it's at. I probably should have put in Salaki. I'm gonna have to do something else here. Let's do this. Let's get a tab real quick. Bear with me real quick. What scripture did Joseph deny Pharaoh's wife? Genesis 39, 8 through 9. Okay, so Genesis 39, Genesis 39, it's a lot here. Start up 1 and 2. But it's just, when I seen that, I'm like, this is what, yo, no. The so-called white woman, man, she is even more treacherous, because that's what happened to Emmett Till, man. And that lady just passed away. She died in hospice when she should have died in a jail cell. Verse 7, it says, and it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph. She wanted Joseph. Hey, that was going on all through slavery, man. It was a lot of Jake got hung dealing with that white woman. Cause you best believe, hey, look, the white woman, she was getting that meat. She's getting that rough down, and she was going back and telling other so-called white women. She was going to tell her cousins, her auntie, and they was all a lot. Hey, it's actually movie scenes where I'm trying to think what movie that was. I think the same movie, Mandingo. It was a German woman, so-called white woman. She was trying to buy him first. But there are movies where the so-called white woman was coming to the auction blocks to buy so-called black men just to meet them down, man. Straight up. It says, and it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph and said, lie with me. See that? What's that, lie with me? Sleep with me. She wanted him to come in and rot her down. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master would not what is with me in the house. And he hath committed all that he hath to me to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against Yahweh? And that's what those women was doing. Those women was coming out into those barns, and they wanted to get beat down by the Mandingos, and they was cheating, and they had Jake committing adultery. That's really what was happening. They had Jake committing adultery on, with the master's wife. Even though the master was wicked as hell and doing all kinds of wickedness to him, beating them, slashing them, cutting off toes and feet, and all kinds of other shit. But he wasn't supposed to be sleeping with the master's wife. But guess what? He really had no choice, because what she said went. And matter of fact, in that Mandingo movie, I think he actually said that he would have said something, but you wouldn't believe me, because the so-called white woman was being believed over the so-called black man back then. It wouldn't have mattered, even though he knew. Don't think that the so-called white man didn't know his wife was a straight whore, because in that one, he knew that she wasn't a virgin. The one white guy, I'm trying to think, well, I think that's Mandingo. But he was like, I know what virgins feel like. You know why he knew what virgins felt like? Because the so-called white man was hitting all the so-called black women when they turned a certain age. He was knocking them all off when they turned a certain age. He was the one that was breaking their hymen. He was the one that was, hitting them, and the blood was coming out of them, as far as a token. So when he hit his wife, he's like, oh, no, I know what virgin coochie feel like, and you're not a virgin. And she was already being hit, but he ended up not dealing with her, and she was sending the little slave kid to get Mandingo to come into the crib. And that first scene, when you look at that first scene, she was through. She was so entangled, because Jake went in there, and she boy hit her with that Pringle can. She was like, and she couldn't take, and I don't want to blow the movie, but man, that little baby came, he ended up impregnated her. The baby came out looking like a little chocolate raisin. Anyway, But this is just what it reminded me of. But Jake had integrity, man. Our forefather had integrity, like, and he went to jail for it. He just
20 hours of searching for Chloe Stein and questioning.
Slovakia. Joseph went to jail, man, for that act. He was like, nah, nah, nah. Because if you go on through the story, she lied on him. You know, I got his garment in my hand because he ran away, and she snatched. You know, she was snatching at him so hard. You know, he ended up leaving like today it will be like a shirt. He left his shirt. This is his shirt. She ended up lying on him and telling this fib and about how he jumped her and see that's how we know that Jake is in spiritual Egypt to this day because that shit still happens. You see? So I don't want to keep the lesson long, man. It was just something that I was thinking on when I seen it. Because look at her. Look at the picture they got of her. She don't look nothing like what they walking her ass in. She don't look nothing like this one picture. That's for damn sure. See, they got her, looking like she's just a little cutie. Aww. Look.
As many people as they could.
Look at her. That's a little cutie picture. But what about this picture right here, where they walking her ass into this courtroom? What? She don't look like that right there. But they still trying to keep her integrity, and that's what the so-called white man has been doing throughout this country for a real long time, man. Because they're not in trouble as other men. They're not in trouble like us. Had this been a so-called black woman that pulled some shit like this would be worldwide. They're gonna push it for a little bit. Next thing you know, it's gonna phase away. Oh, she was 23. She's just a kid. The hell out of here, man. Come on, man. We already know what's up. But anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying for me on show.